Hey, hey,
Just you
go,
need some gas.
go. Oh, that's a hit. I sent the blitz. They talking shit and get hit next shit. We gotta win, so I'm trying to get in. We taking over, just me and the men. Y'all's not ballin', y'all wanna be us. I'm in my bag, I feel dangerous. Orange the color, the blue just the touch. We riding and sliding to bring back the crush. Oh, that's a hit. I sent the blitz. They talking shit and get hit next shit.
What it do, Bankroll Mafia? Welcome back to another episode of Denver Broncos franchise, man. And as y'all know, we won the Super Bowl against the Dallas Cowboys in a close game. And we're just going to look at the stats of the team before we close this season out. Head to the offseason. Go ahead and look at, hoping this dude right here retires. We need Russell Wilson to get the fuck up out of here. Vontae with another 1,000-yard plus rushing year. Definitely was close to rushing for 2K. Carter even got a TD this year on the ground. Even Mike Dyson got a TD in the ground. Deion Dare with another historic season, breaking records again. J-Mo, 1,000 yards. Marvin Mims, 1,000 yards. Noah Fant had a couple injuries, so he wasn't able to get there. But Greg Dulcich was doing his thing. Even Vontae was helping out. Denzel Mims made a couple big plays in a couple games this season to definitely pad his stats, so we love to see that for him. And the TDs go crazy, man. You know, with the quarterback throwing 60-plus TDs, it's like inevitable for the whole receiving core to eat. Offensive line-wise, though, we definitely dealt with our struggles more than we should have, but not too bad to complain about. Definitely just want to get a couple of these guys that are older, looking for a new contract, maybe a new place to go, and bring some spacing for some new guys. Defensively, man, the two linebackers led the way. Alex Singleton and Drew Sanders, along with the help of the DB, Pat Surtain. And DeForest Buckner, you know, he held his own too when it came to TFLs. He had a monster season in that category. Nick Bonito was contributing to the success of this team. Dimitri Felix and J.L. Skinner both shared time at safety and both made the best of their time on the field. KJ Wilson and Timmy Booth, two of the younger players on this team, still was able to come onto the field and, you know, have an impact when needed. But the crazy thing is about the sack numbers. We're still so low in that category. But when you add them all up, you got a couple, man, just nowhere near enough to be content with. We need to improve that as years to come. You know, tackles is crazy, man, because Singleton and Drew Sanders have damn near identical stats when you look at it. It's just that the interceptions, for Alex Singleton to be second and leading like top 3 of interceptions on the team, that just goes crazy. Patrick Tan broke the interception record this season, so another record under his belt. And then a couple other guys caught a couple picks this season in key moments that helped us out. Forced fumbles, though, Drew Sanders right there on that department. Sheesh. Outplaying Alex Singleton in that category. Then we don't got no safeties, no blocks. Oh, we got one safety. Okay, Dimitri Felix, good shit. And TDs only 2, only 14 points from the defense this year. That's crazy to see. Only 14 points from the defense. And we'll go ahead and look at the team. Actually, we'll go ahead and advance the week. Go ahead and look at the staff week. I can't wait to see the retirements, bro. Like I said, man, nobody really commented Rush retire in the comments, man. It's all good. But I'm hoping that still, you know what I'm saying, y'all put the energy out there and that Russell Wilson does retire. The yearly awards, Dak Prescott. And they got their coach right there. Then they got their tight end, Sterling Hobbs, too. Sheesh. Then you got 2 of our players, and you got the Seahawks players right there with a right end. Then it's the other season. Trick myself. I said right end. That's a different freaking season. Cowboys did win a championship last season, but this season they lost to us. And they played against our divisional rival. That's crazy. The Chargers made it. And then the Broncos. So the AFC West, if you're looking at it, the AFC West got a couple of teams that's really hungry, man, for a Super Bowl. Because the Chiefs made it to the playoffs this year. If it wasn't for us, they could have probably went all the way. So, interesting. Looking at these retirements. Russell Wilson is out of here. Oh, my goodness. We are free from the dangerous contract that he locked us into. Hopefully we get some money back into our pockets, man. This is a huge W. Oh, man. If I was streaming, I'd be like, W in the chat, W in the chat. But, man. I mean, he did his thing. He came into these last few games. He got some PT. Led us to a win. I thought that would have been, like, the thing that made him want to stay with us. And then get a Super Bowl, you know. But he got his ring. He's content. He is out of there, and we are free. That's all that freaking matters. WWW, man. That is tough. No more Russell Wilson, dang. And it's not like he's been a Bronco his whole life. He's been a Seahawk his whole life mostly, but it's just crazy to still see that, another vet leaving the scene as we're about to head to year 4 of the franchise. We'll look at all the weekly awards, and I guarantee you're going to see mostly Broncos and Cowboy players. I didn't count the first few, but if you go back and look, you count them up yourself. Cowboys right there, Jeremy Carter right there. Skinner, okay, Skinner. You see Deion Dale doing crazy stuff. Just look at it. Jeremy Carter went crazy. Okay, Kansas City Chiefs. Deion Dale, Passertan. Ooh, Cowboys. But this is the end of the season. Only us two was the main teams playing, dominating our opponents. We'll go ahead and look at these upgrades. Hoping for some new superstars, some new X factors based off the development and the progress and stats we put up this season. But Jeremy Carter, man, he got to ease up on interceptions next season. That really hurt him for his chance to be MVP. Because he did a crazy, man. No QB did that. Like, he took the record books and he put he made his own categories basically. And just look at Deion Dale, man. 99 speed. He is just the perfect receiver. You can't ask for another receiver different than him. Like, you just can't. It's no reason to. But go ahead, upgrade him. Drew Sanders should be X Factor. Damn, he was balling out. We'll take that 99 tackle with the boost. That is insane. Insane. I expect this team to go all the way again, honestly, next season. But like I said, it hasn't been an easy journey or easy road to get here. In any of our seasons, we took our fair share of L's and just had to keep fighting our way to make it to the playoffs. So Marvin Mims Jr., as you see, he is a well-rounded receiver as well. Great in a lot of categories. Want to go ahead and get him some more short route. Trying to get that up a little bit. Okay, +1. We got Trey Smith, the right guard, getting him an upgrade. We need our offensive line to be good at pass protection. The run game is cool. Javonte Williams makes a way no matter what. But protecting the quarterback in the pocket so that way Jeremy Carter is comfortable enough to make plays is what we need the most. And Derek Stingley's still here. We're going to hold him down as well. Upgrade him. Noah Fant still hanging in there. It's interesting to see the guys that we didn't re-sign, leave the team. When free agency comes, we're going to see players like Nick Bonito. I don't even know who else, honestly, I didn't re-sign this season. It's been, not that much of a serious contract year, luckily. I know next season might be the year when cap space is going to be important and the contract is going to really be something we got to watch out for. Might have to restructure some contracts next season or make some trades. And, speaking of trades, this player right here in particular, not for any reason bad. J-Mo is good. He's a great receiver. You can't ask for another, come on, you need him on your team, 98 speed. He's just a burner. He had great stats this year, 1,000-yard plus, over 5 TDs in the season. It's just that I don't think me having 298-plus speed receivers is going to, I want to tone it down a bit. I'm not getting rid of Deion Dale. He's the face of the franchise, literally. So it'll be Jameson Williams that we might look to ship out this season, so stay tuned for that. It may be in the draft. It may be after the draft. It may be before week 8. Who knows? But we'll test the waters out with that. Dimitri Felix, we got him from Seattle. We like what we seen. Seattle Seahawks didn't want him. They had him in a trade block, so we went ahead and snagged him. Similar story to our second-string running back, John Bradshaw, who played for the Panthers before we seen he was in trade block, and they didn't utilize him after he got drafted. So just your second year in the season, again, getting traded by the team that drafted you was crazy, but a lot of teams do when they feel like that player doesn't fit the scheme or didn't fit the idea they had. KJ Wilson, I want to see more of him this season. We feel like DeForest Buckner may be retiring soon, so we should be looking forward to a lot of our younger guys stepping up into that role to help the pass rush and stop the run. It's a lot of fucking upgrades. I like Mike Dyson, He came into the same draft class as Deion Dale and Jeremy Carter. So, it's always good to see that. Michael Lewis, I think we acquired him in a trade, if I'm not mistaken. And then Nick Herbig, of course, we took him from the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was doing good in real life when he gets snaps from the field, so I wanted to get him on my team. He even forced that fumble against the Ravens. or was it the Seahawks? It was the Seahawks. Big play. And Denzel Mims and Gerald Thomas, these boys, more so Denzel Mims, they was cooking when the starters took their break and sat down on the bench to let the young bucks go off. Denzel Mims is a little bit older, but you get what I'm trying to say, the backups. Alex Forsythe right there, a couple other players. Like, I might have see what's going on. Like, oh my goodness. I'm not going to re-sign. I might have trade Mike Basley. Like, I don't know. I kept him because he's one of the brothers, and he plays. His other brother plays for the Cowboys. We literally just played against him. And he's a good player. As you've seen, he was in the Defensive Rookie of the Year candidate for the NFC side. Corey Trice Jr. is a player can't wait to see what he does in real life for the Steelers next season, except for the gruesome injury and practice, I believe. And then we're going to just upgrade everybody because, yeah. We in for a long little road for this video. So, stay tuned. Just buckle up. Got to get through a couple of things before we can get to the main event. The draft will probably be in the next video. This one is going to be more so just like the free agents, looking at the rookies and stuff beforehand, getting more accustomed to the faces and names we're going to see, and getting a more deeper look at what we are aiming for in this upcoming draft. Because I haven't done that much during the season, so we'll definitely tap into that and check that out. Go ahead and advance. Time to re-sign some players, if that's even the thing for us. Like I said, I don't know who still needs a contract and who's deserving of a contract. Like, if they there, nobody, so we good. Ain't nobody to resign. Everybody said they piece and got the fuck on. Here's the mock draft right here. They say Smith at cornerback, man. Best rookie corner of the draft. That's what the prospect report said. And Juan Reddick, another good prospect right there. We got our eyes on him. A lot of tall corners in this draft for sure. You definitely got your picks of them. It all just depends on which person you get and how you utilize them. And there we go with the 32 pick of the draft. Yay, us. Picking a left guard is what they're projecting us as to do. And I don't know, man. We might gotta make something shake. It all depends on what we do in free agency. If there is any free agency picks like out here. Before that, though, I do want to use my upgrade points, my skill points, and give y'all a look at why the team, morale was so good and certain things. Because we upgrade a lot of our stuff during the beginning of the season and the end of the season. I think the bye week too, just to give us that boost. Or maybe if it's like a tough opponent, we might throw some stuff into the category we need. But, trying to figure out where to put the rest of these points at to make this team a little bit better. And because the free agency and draft is coming up, we do want to make it more easier on our end as far as like getting the draft value we need or having a player we want to trade off be worth more than they actually are, just so we can get what we actually want. That's what we're doing right now. Trying to bump that up. And as you can see, we got a lot of stuff filled out defensively. Just got to like upgrade the minor stuff. We're going to focus on head coach. Probably this season will be our main focus on this. I do want to get that jump where we can see a player's hidden development trait immediately. Because then, just have that player be what he need to be off rip will be an added bonus to the team for sure. Now we're going to look at my favorites, the players that I have my eyes on this season. And want to go ahead and do it by a position. 2 day 3 and beyond quarterbacks. Just need somebody else now that there's no Malik Willis, there's no Russell Wilson. If something happens to Jeremy Carter, we want to have somebody who's going to be able to come right there and lead this team in the best way possible, or at least comfortably for us. Wide receiver Trent Moss looks like a good prospect we have our eyes on, but we don't need them with receivers for real. Like we're still dealing with our own kind of receiver overhaul that we got to, pick through and sort out. But either way, Quentin Drummond's just a big baddie. So we want to see him good to great speed. We're hoping he has more of the great speed than the good at that size. And like I said, anyways, you might see some of these receivers on other teams. So, just saying the name right now, might see them in the draft. Even though it's a day 3, you know what I'm saying? You might still see the dude name. By that time of the draft, I do be skipping to my user pick, so wouldn't bet on it. But a couple of tall receivers, man, down the line. And this one doesn't look to be fast at all. He might just be like tight end material. Former receiver move to tight end. Kind of vibes with that guy. And another big body. Wow, it's a lot of tall players, like tall corners, tall receivers. I wonder if, you know what I'm saying, the what's that bowl that they play? The Senior Bowl? When everybody plays, you know what I'm saying, the best players from different schools play on the same team. I don't know. Whatever game that is. All-American Bowl, I think it's called. One of them two. And look at this left tackle right here. This left tackle looks crazy. Great to elite on like damn near most of your categories is insane. So whoever gets that left tackle is going to get a stud for sure. Then we got Ben Bradley right here we're looking into. And on our offensive line, maybe, you know what I'm saying, like good or like decent, but like there's always room for growth. And like I said, we might be trying to get some of these older guys out. Even though they overall may be in the 80s or whatever, we're trying to figure out ways to make cap more easier on us and bring the youth in to this new team. And George Miller, another player we're looking into amongst the rest of these left guards. It's a whole army of them. Corey Bates, agile left guard. Look at the stats, man. Besides the bottom when he was looking icy, looking like a player that can definitely make an impact. Brennan Campanato. I think I did good with that one. In the center, only one of them scouted right now for us in our favorites list. And we should have probably did more, but I feel like with the center position, if all fails, we could just move one of our extra right guards or left guards into the center position. That way they can start at least. Colin Curley. Like, he's another good right guard, man. Like, these are some good players in this draft. Like, I think this is a draft where, like, teams are going to hit more than miss. And I would love to see that because it'll just mean, like, more bump throughout the season from the teams we play. When we go ahead and look at their rosters and see the rookies, highlight them. See their jersey number call, man. I'm going to try to swag out some of these players this season. Players that I think are top prospects or super fast or maybe super good or a rare unicorn. I'm going to just like give them a good jersey number, you know what I'm saying? Make them look a little bit cooler on the field so we can recognize them more. They're having them have them baggy sleeves, number 46. No visor, the slum helmet. Like, oh, that's slum. Like, come on now. Like for me, my franchise, presentation is like key. And we're working on not missing no clips. Now for the left ends, got two right here. We got Aries Buchanan, projected to go 2-3. Projected to go round 1, but his true talent is 2-3. So that's a good thing that we got scouted on him. Got the drop on this dude, so now we know his true value. We'll go ahead and look at George Northrop. Don't know his jump. He's still at 50, so kind of weird, you know what I'm saying, how that worked out. Maybe we just didn't like scout deeply for all left ends, just a couple. And we got one right end. We got Darren Buckner, who, you know, I was thinking maybe he could be DeForest Buckner, you know what I'm saying, relative. But then again, I'm like, I don't think that would work out. It could work out, you know, who knows, man. I ain't trying to reach. We also can always edit that, but I ain't going to do too much. Eric Farrell, right tackle. No, D tackle. I'll see what I can't read. Great to elite speed at DT. Mostly B's, couple C's. That's crazy. Javon Snell. Looking like a good pro. Okay, that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Got the drop on him. His true value is what he's projected to be, a first to second round pick. Ricky McQueen. That's a tough name. And he has a lot of stuff in his scouting report. Great to elite speed. Great to elite acceleration. He might be a tough player. B zone coverage. A recognition. A tackle. Alan Loftus. Okay. A lot of fast linebackers. A lot of fast players. The linebackers fast this draft. The DBs and receivers tall. This is an interesting draft. This is Caleb Von Chason's uh long lost cousin like shit. Marco Chason. And now we at the middle linebackers. Jose Taylor. Great to elite jumping. Great to elite agility. Luke Grant. 21 years old. Phil Jen. Great to elite speed. Ooh, great to elite acceleration. Might be another one of them dogs, man. We're going to have to see about that. Moving on. Going to go ahead and go to the right outside linebackers. Couple guys right here. We got Nolan Jeffrey. Power rusher out of Oklahoma. Zone coverage of F, but that's what you expect from a guy who's going to be rushing the passer most of the time. Yeah, I mean, great to elite jumping. Got some good attributes. Finesse moves A, pursuit A, B tackle. Got Chad Queen, Jacoby Adams. A couple guys right here that we definitely looking forward to. I mean, great to elite speed. A lot of these guys are definitely athletic as hell, so if we don't get one, we can get the other. And it's just like trying to figure out how to navigate this draft class because we don't have all the draft picks we want, but we do know we want Juan Reddick, 6'4", attributes looking good. I expect this guy to be a top caliber corner aside from Smith, who was the nation's top college cornerback. He's not in my, he is right there, Kenny Smith, at the bottom of my list. Josh McCray's another guy we're looking forward to getting. A lot of tall corners in this draft, and we feel as though we could snag either Juan Reddick and Josh McCray, or Juan Reddick and somebody else to add on with that. I mean, seeing as though we have Derek Stingley and Eric Stokes, Riley Moss, it's kind of figuring out what we want to do with that. But a lot of these guys looking for a contract upcoming, so we'll have to figure that out, man. But a lot of tall corners, man, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", and they all got great to elite speed. I mean, Tavon Harris looking like a guy could have got. He needs a little bit more work around with his zone coverage and man coverage, but the top 5 pick in league, the nation's top corner, Kerry Smith right here, leading the way, man. Great to elite, just a bunch of great to elites. And I just wonder, you know what I'm saying? It shows that he was really a top dog this season in college football. Free safety Philip Presley is another guy we're looking forward to. I mean, we're not really stressing the free safety, but if we did have to snag one, we would love to get somebody like him. He's the only guy we're really looking to. Similar to Scott Lockhart, we got Dimitri Felix, J.L. Skinner. So we're not really looking to fill the safety position, but, you know, if you can get somebody for this value at that draft pick 2 to 3, why not? You know what I'm saying? Might can move somebody to linebacker. See however it works out. And now we're going to go ahead and just probably scroll down to see just the top players in the league in general. I showed you my favorites who we're scouting, but got tight end Cameron Austin, who's a player we're not scouting because we have Noah Fant and Greg Dulcich. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, I want to show these players too. Just look at this. Look at this. This is the type of tight end right here that I would trade Noah Fant away for, get some capital, and draft Cameron Austin. Younger, top 5, great attributes like that. You know, it's kind of rare to find players like that at the tight end position. So, got to get them while you can, man. You got the QB, cornerback, my bad. Dalton Conrad, who's also right here, listed to be one of the top projected corners in the draft. Going number 6, it says, potentially. We'll see how that goes. Depending on what teams need what and if any trades are made during the day of the draft. Left end Greg Hillman, another player right here, who's looking to rise up the ranks in the draft class this season. Goodness gracious. Can't get my words together. I usually show the rookies and stuff once the, you know what I'm saying, Pro Day and NFL Combine is done so that we can see the full package rather than just showing you what they could be. But I wanted to go ahead and knock everything out in this part of the video so that with next video we can go ahead and get through the free agency, any trades that's been made, you know what I'm saying, the draft, and then the next video after that will probably be the preseason heading into week 1. Probably just do one game for preseason this season, not too big on all that, man. But this D tackle, man, Malcolm Whiting right here, he's looking like a player who can definitely cause havoc right there at the D tackle position, and we would love to add somebody else right there. We're not sure how long DeForest Buckner will be sticking around with us, but I mean we'll hold on to him as long as he wants to be here, as long as he has the X factor superstar ability, and he's above an 85 overall. I think we'll be content to keep DeForest Buckner around. At least one of our other guys like Timmy Booth can, pass that. No, KJ Wilson was a D tackle. We moved him to N. So, push come to shove, we got to make some moves around on the line. We would do so. We never hesitated in moving a guy's position to put him in a better position that we see best fit them. I'm not gonna really do all the tackles and stuff, man. Y'all know the routine when it comes to the tackles, man. The left guards, they tend to be deep in the draft class, and not only deep, but they tend to all be good. But we'll look at the quarterbacks real quick to see what new QBs will be entering the fold, as we see a lot of other QBs getting old and up in age. Russell Wilson just retired, but Jake Reinhardt might be a guy who can take over a team potentially, or start as start off as a backup and work his way up to be a starter for that potential team. We also have Duncan Jackson right here, 2 to 3 round projected pick out of Miami. Strong arm, completely the opposite of what we just saying with the first quarterback, who was a scrambler archetype. But you see, he has great to elite throw power, great to elite strength. So we expect him to have a cannon, more so of the Josh Allen kind of type. Josh Allen and Mahomes have the ability to be able to escape the pocket and, improvise a little bit better than most pocket passing strong arm quarterbacks. But it's never nothing wrong with a quarterback who can get the ball 50 yards up the field. Dwayne Callaway, tough running back. Definitely seen his name in a little news. Forgot what they mentioned about him. I usually keep those to the side with me, for no purposes, just to go ahead and check out, to refer back to. But like I said, I wasn't that deeply invested into this class. I seen the DBs was going to be good, tackles was going to be good, and I kind of sort of just stay content with what I seen. But look at this guy right here, Antonio Dawson, man. Great to elite around the board. Not too sure what he's going to pop as, man. Might be ahead in development, might not. But, it's a running back you got to work with. And that'll be it to close out the rookies for now. We'll see these guys on draft day, of course, when they're actually getting drafted to their potential teams of the future. A couple players we did see get drafted in the first 2 drafts and then get traded away the second season of their career in their sophomore season. So nobody's safe in this league. It's not like, oh, you get drafted and I'm be here for the next 4 years of my career. No, you got to fit the scheme, play your role, and make an impact. And if not, you'll end up on another squad. So similar to Dimitri Felix, similar to John Bradshaw, 2 players we poached, I guess, from other teams that got drafted a year before, a year prior. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see. We'll look at the free agency market, but let's see what we're looking at on our roster, just to go ahead and get a better idea of what we might need to fill in. Jeremy Carter right here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this dude because, what? Bradshaw and Webb, cool. Michael Hickman, don't know who you are. You got to go. I forgot at the end of every season, your practice squad players and extra players, they just be there trying to leech, trying to get their roster spot. And DeMario Douglas might go ahead and get that boot as well. Has a boost to 71. He's really a 70, but we don't need him. Got Colton Lovell, and he is out of the building. DJ Pete. Need another left tackle right there. Cesar Ruiz, Quinn Martinez. Going to keep Lloyd right there. Trey Smith. Cool. And we got some backups. We're going to get rid of this dude. Ezekiel Floyd. And a couple of these, maybe 1 or 2 of these offensive linemen can be potential trade candidates. At left end, we are now completely empty. We have no left end. Right end, we have 3. Might end up moving one of them guys over. DeForest Buckner, Timmy Booth, and then Ray Sands, who's about to get the boot because who are you? And how did you get here? I'm not sure. Michael Lewis at left. Drew Sanders and Alex Singleton, the 2 superstar linebackers. Nick Herbig right now, Sean Lockridge, and Mac Baisley, who I'm not impressed. We seen his brother in the Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys, but on my end, we're going to let him go. Hopefully he gets signed to the Cowboys and the brothers can be on the same team together. That would be great. Stingley, Stokes, Moss, and somebody I don't know. We'll keep him around for now because our DB room looks a little bit skinny. Keegan Smith. Keep him right there so we can have 2 of the 2 positions. And J.L. Skinner and Dimitri Felix are the 2 guys hold down the safety position. Cameron Dicker, the kicker, and Ryan Wright. And these are our draft picks for this draft. coming up. I know not the best. We want to try to finesse and work our way through this draft. Who knows? I mentioned a couple things in previous videos. If you was, tuning in, you would know. But here's a look at the free agency haul this season. And to be honest, I'm not that impressed with what I'm seeing here. A lot of older guys who these names of players would have made a better impact a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like now at this point in my franchise, year 4, heading into year 4, I don't think that these guys' age matches their overalls, and I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm not looking too like ecstatic about this. We got the cap space now, got some money over there. $97.7 million back to our name, and we can sign anybody pretty much. But look at the names they're giving us, Brad. Like if we need a running back, okay, I probably can get some of these running backs or a receiver, maybe. James Cook, something like that. But I could have got Travis Kelce, but we got Noah Fant and Greg Dulcich. Deron Bland IRL was doing good in real life. Has the single season pick 6 record. That's tough. And a couple of these other guys we've seen before, they played for us or may have been a thought to join the team, and we just was like, is it worth it? And a couple of these guys I didn't even know was this old until now, looking at them right now. But like I said, it is, 4 years later? Makes sense. I mean, people just stay the same age 4 years later, so. I mean, Draymond Jones might be a guy we can add to the team, considering just looking between the two positions, right and the left end. The other guys on the right side look a little bit older. And if we want to go for Emmanuel Ogbah, why not go for the younger guy who actually is a little bit better? It may not be faster, but Matthew Judon's a good. We can get Nick Bonito back. Get Nick Bonito back, bring him back for another year maybe, see what he can do. If all works, all works. If all fails, then we let him go. And they have Miles Jack at right outside linebacker. That's crazy. Is that what he plays in real life? I know for Steelers he plays middle. We went ahead and offered. We're gonna go ahead and send in 2 offers: Nick Bonito and then Draymond Jones. And we ain't even gonna do the whole evaluation. We're gonna go ahead and just skip the week. They sign, they don't. That's how much I don't care about this free agency right now, because it ain't nothing right there worth value. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty much ready to get straight to the draft. Because there's been a lot of talk on this episode, and I hate episodes where ain't a lot of action. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Things happen, but we try to get to the draft and then get through preseason and get to the regular season. That's the biggest point. See, Curry Smith right now, they got him going to the Colts, and he was supposed to be going to the Colts last mock draft as well, so it's pretty much going to be true to form to see where he goes. And Juan Reddick projected to go to the Vikings. I'm not liking that right there, because we're way at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to this year's draft. And they got us taking left guard Miles Mose, I think his name was, if I'm not mistaken. And that's just not what we want to do. At that part of the draft, pick 32, I'm still going to probably try to go corner, to be quite fair. And we did get both our signings. We got Draymond Jones and Nick Bonito back. And we'll just look at whoever signed where else. The Green Bay Packers. Okay, Packers, I'm saying the name a lot. They're snagging and building a team over there, it looks like. And, that Travis Kelce over there, I think Jordan Love's still their quarterback. I'm not too sure how that may go, but it may go well. We'll have to wait till the season starts to see that and see how things unfold for this NFL league. I'm looking for somebody in particular. I think we might be cool. Just trying to double down real quick. To get Jamal Hamlin on the team? Nah, man, nah. Oh, man. But, as I was saying earlier, number 19, pick 19 in the first round, Juan Reddick. I went back to scout that out just now for a reason. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know. The mock drafts be true to form, bro. You got wherever that player say they going, I've yet to see the mock draft be wrong on Madden. And comment down in the comments if y'all don't, you know what I'm saying, has like been janky. Without you making a trade or without the CPU making a trade, which rarely fucking happens, which I fucking hate. The mock draft 5 is the final say-so of the first round draft order. It's just that. It's just that. Until somebody show me proof that it isn't that way, with no trades being made during the draft or before the draft to like mess up the mock draft order, it's going to be exactly what you see. Guaranteed. If I'm wrong, we're going to take 8 L's this season. And they trying to offer for Nick Bonito off rip. And the 49ers are offering wide receiver George Nelson, I believe, a second year player, superstar development, and a 4th and 7th round pick for Nick Bonito. Am I tripping right now, or am I missing something? Because we got Nick Bonito for the Lowski Nada, you know what I'm saying, free agency. Didn't really need him. Just brought him back just because I seen him, you know what I'm saying, want to chip with him, why not bring him back? Cool. But if we can get some value and get a receiver to come along with that, pick number 19 as of now, Juan Reddick just skyrocketed up to pick number 15 just that fast. And pick number 19, they're taking Conrad, the Vikings that is. And they still have us listed to take a fucking left guard. If this left guard ain't fucking Quentin Nelson, I don't want him. It's just that simple, bro. If he ain't Quentin Nelson, I don't want him. I want Juan Reddick. I want Tavon Harris. I want Josh McCray. I'll even take Mackey. 5'11", 6 foot corner, I think he was. And the final mock draft, you know, pick 15 was where Juan Reddick is. And see where everybody else is going at, just trying to get a good eye, you know, before we go ahead and try to advance on forward. Got private workouts. Free agency recap. I thought I did this already. I guess I didn't. Here we are. Get to see who went where, who was playing with who. And as I mentioned earlier, the Packers kind of was loading up over there. I like what they was doing in the draft. Goodness gracious, the free agency. Brought some big names over there, and it's a lot of big names. You know what I'm saying? Going big places like this would be something that OGs would be like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Michael Thomas played for the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Like DJ Chark played for the like shit like that, but it ain't even that deep. If it was like Stephon Diggs, Trayvon Diggs, Kyle Pitts, you know, Dak Prescott, shit like that, then they'd be like, okay. Linemen moving around is, you know what I'm saying, usual. And these other guys, you know, Sam Hubbard, Rock Ya-Sin, Terrence Marshall Jr., they just not, the names just don't ring bells that much for you to be like, oh, okay. Yeah, all you can say is, oh, okay. Because that's all it is for real. And as we're going to go ahead and head out to almost close this video out, we're going to go ahead and get 3 of these guys to get personally scouted a little bit deeper. And we're going to throw our intel on Tavon Harris. Because I got 84 on Juan, so I'll just stick with that. I want to see more about Buckner. There he is, Darren Buckner. He's only at 50% scouted right now. But is it worth it? Those are the 3. We're going to go ahead and move on and advance the week forward. Actually, wait, I forgot about this. We can't move until we check this out. And I'm going to take this. I'm going to take George Nelson, superstar receiver. Let's look at him. 24 years old, second year in the league, 6 feet tall, good speed, great excel. Needs to be sharpened up with a route runner, but we can do that. And he already has 2 abilities. You know, I feel like this is a steal. We just gave a fucking bronze Nick Bonito, a player who hasn't even averaged 5 sacks a season, for 2 draft picks and a wide receiver. And now we're looking just 2 good wide receivers. We might have to get somebody up out of here. But anyways, that'll be all for this video, guys. I'm going to just close it out by just zooming through the roster. Check out the next episode for the draft. It's going to get lit. We're going to get this shit out the way so we can get on to season 4 of the franchise. I appreciate the support you all been giving me to the channel, man. Super Bowl champions, man. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's slide. Y'all know the routine, man. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. I appreciate everything, man. We just running it up, man. Running it up. And getting it through. But stay tuned, guys, because I did say I got some things in store for players that I want to move around maybe to make our franchise a little bit more harder, so that way you guys can stick around and not just watch me blow out teams or shit like that. Even though I haven't been doing that, I take my L's, I lose my games, make my mistakes. Shit is real. But I just wanted to be more competitive and more, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be longevity. I wanted to be able to do 3 more seasons of this franchise, or however much seasons y'all can tolerate me doing. I want to deliver that for you all. So that's what it's going to be, man. As you see, 38-35, Broncos Super Bowl champions, man. It's been a good season, man, a great run. But until next time, Bankroll Mafia, I know the routine, man. We is out of here.